What's going on, guys, and welcome back to another criminally fresh episode of Media Madness. Please excuse me, guys, as I have a congested cold going on. I sound a little bit nasally, but nonetheless, I still sound mad fresh up on this mic. And yeah, man. So I'm gonna be going over Alex Garland's new film, Civil War, and tell you what I think about it. Give you my 2 cents. Throw my 2 cents in that piggy bank for you. So let's dive right into it. Right from the rip, guys, I'm gonna let you know that this was a very anticipated film of mine. I find Alex Garland to be a genius filmmaker. He's a modern day sci-fi master, man. If you've seen anything from his past work, Ex Machina, or even The Brilliant Annihilation, which is very, very underrated, I think you should definitely check those out. But if you have, you know exactly what I'm talking about. These are great films. I actually think Ex Machina is a modern day sci-fi masterpiece. So now we have Civil War. This is a grounded film. This is a very important film, in my opinion, that kind of shows you what it would be like today if the world broke out into a civil war. So guys, this is about a dystopian America and a team of military journalists race against time to reach DC before rebel factions descend upon the White House. So also they're documenting these brutal crimes and street elements of the world that are going on, and it's just presented in a way that is very, very real, raw, and honestly they captured it in a sense of a photographer, and it's captured oddly in a beautiful way, which is the most disturbing part about it. If you've seen Garland's past work, you already know this, but if you haven't, let me tell you, this is shot, once again, absolutely beautiful. This is really, really nicely done. Some very great cinematography. There's a shot in the beginning where Kirsten Dunst is just simply sitting on a bed and she's watching the news, and you just see her lift her camera and you can see the reflection of the president in her lens, in her shot, if you will. And it is just absolutely beautiful. Shots like that just artistically perfected. Speaking of the lens and capturing things through it, it captures pain and violence in such a beautiful way, as I mentioned, and it just feels so authentic, and it does not feel like this forced in content, if you will, that is just there to shock the audience. It feels like this is really a part of this wild ride, this wild attraction that is our world today. Along with those gorgeous shots that I mentioned, there is a score to accompany that, and is just a brilliant score to boot. I've been talking a lot about the positives, and that's great, but there are negatives in this film as well, of course, much like anything. There's a character named Jessie that enters the picture early on in the film, played by Kaylee Spaney. I think she's a great actress, but I felt that this character was forced, and it was only there for the sake of the narrative and overall direction of the film itself. As the film progressed, we obviously saw the beauty in this character, but unfortunately, the way they introduced her just felt a little forced to me. Calm down. In addition to introductions and just the world itself, I would have liked to have seen more of this world, the dark events, crimes, more grittiness on display, more of a street level view for just how corrupt and fallen the world has become. Now you do see, like I said, a lot of scenes in this that are brutal, bro. Kirsten Dunst is one of the leads in this, of course. She plays a character named Lee, and she's about as dry as Frodo's Limbus bread. It is really brutal, and I know that's her character, and it's the world has kind of beaten her down and made her this way, but my goodness, bro. And guys, if you have not seen this film, I'm about to drop a big spoiler, so if you have not seen it, click off, or just come back later on once you have, because you just want to hear my voice. Anyways, there's a character named Tony that shows up in the film in the most ridiculous way possible, and the second he showed up and entered their car by jumping in through the window, I knew exactly what he was there for. A couple minutes go by, and sure enough, I was right. He was brought in just to be killed off in the scene that you see in the trailers where Jesse Plemons confronts them about Are They American. But speaking of Jesse Plemons, in my opinion, he steals the show. That scene you see in the trailer, and once you see the more obviously extended version, the actual scene itself in the film, you see that this is a very, very tense scene and is brilliantly acted by everyone in said scene. I was absolutely tense in the scene, white knuckling my way all the way through it. Again, guys, this is a very beautiful movie, not only with the way it's shot, but just some of the scenes that we share as an audience with these characters. There's a sequence where the characters are driving through a burning forest, and there's just a soft acoustic song playing, and it is horrible what is going on because this is the world falling apart, and it is such a memorable scene, one that an audience member will not not forget. So yeah, guys, this film has a lot of eerie moments that are actually beautiful in an odd way. Lastly, guys, the ending of this film is fantastic. It comes full circle, and it is just a very, very well done and smart ending that is just perfect. Garland really stuck the landing on this ending, and honestly, he stuck the landing with this film, especially coming off of Men, which was very, very different. And this, once again, was very, very left field for Garland as well. So yeah, guys, this film gets a thumbs up from me. This has a little bit of everything for everyone, and this also gives you a sense of where we might be moving in our future if we don't batten down the hatches, man. If we don't really watch where we're going as a society. So yeah, dude, have you seen this? Are you going to see this? What's the plan, guys? Let me know down below. I really am interested to know your thoughts on this. If this is something that you're interested in, what your thoughts are on this as a whole, what your thoughts on Garland are as well. Do you like his past films? Is he a filmmaker that really resonates with your taste nowadays? I'm really interested. Anyways, guys, if you're not a member of this family, hit that subscribe button. I'd love to have you over. I'd love to have you in. Hit that like button and just, hang out. There's gonna be more fresh vids like this coming in the future. Speaking of which, God bless, stay fresh, and peace.